Welcome back to the channel, you Sunday slappers. How are you all doing? Yes, it's a beautiful day today, but yes, my hay fever is playing up. So if it looks like I'm crying, it's not my golf today that has caused me that problem, all right? It is my hay fever. So if I sound bunged up, if I just look a mess, which I know I do 90% of the time, but there is 10% of the time I look mediocre, that's why. But are we bringing you a fantastic video today? Since you guys loved the series where it was like, can using your irons only improve your golf game? I thought today I would make another video that style, but today we're going to see. Today we are going to see why the driver can be the key to opening all the doors on the golf course. Okay, so let's go into it and show you why the driver is so key. So we are on we're starting off on the second hole here at Sheerness, and we've got the driver out. So we're going to show you guys why the driver is so important for golfers. Okay, that's perfect. That is the start we actually wanted. That is absolutely perfect. Actually, very impressed with myself there. That was perfect. So we got off to a flying start there, an absolute fly up, massive high fade. Obviously the wind is going slightly left to right, so we did aim it actually in the rough and want it to come back, which we've done perfectly. Now today's video, we are going to be talking about why the driver is so important. We're also going to talk about why it's key and why it's so important to be good with the driver. Because what you want to be able to do with the driver, it's not about being there, it's not about being precise, it's about overpowering the golf course. And what does that mean? So we've actually run out of fairway here. We've hit the driver so long, we've run out of fairway. But this is going to get back to my talking point. Why is the driver so important and why is it the key to opening success as well as shooting super low scores? Because I've hit the golf ball that far, it has run out of fairway, but it has only left me about 60 yards into a par 4. So yes, the lie is not going to be great in the rough. I'm not going to get as much control, but I've overpowered. I've gone past the big bunker. I've gone past the thick bit of rough behind there. I've gone past all the big bits of trouble. Now, obviously that means I'm aiming into a smaller gap because the fairways get narrower, but I've only got 50 yards to the flag. So whereas if you hit a bad drive and you're not very good or long off the tee, but you hit the fairway, you still might have 150 yards. And I'd much rather know I'd have 50 or 60 yards out the rough than 150 yards from the fairway, because it's still that little bit more easier. But anyway, enough of me talking. Let's put the camera down and let's see if I'm right. So we're just going to take a little 50 free out of here, just because I just don't want to have to hit a full wedge. Just going to aim out the left, bounce it just short of green and let it do its thing, okay? Yep, perfect, just on the front edge, absolutely spot on. So it actually crept on a little more than we expected. It's actually a very, very good shot. We've got about 25 foot left for our birdie here. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit this ball about a ball outside the right hand side, should come back in. Hopefully the wind does not affect it too much. That's all I'm hoping for, the wind doesn't affect it. So, here we go. It's a beautiful roll. Oh, it actually turned a lot more. Holy moly. But again, relatively easy hole there. Relatively easy. We've hit a big drive. Actually, we hit a very big drive. It must have been 300 plus easy. Left ourselves a wedge in and two putted. Now maybe this hole wasn't the best example of how overpowering a golf course is so much more beneficial, but there will be examples coming up, all right? Now, yes, I could have got unlucky and got a bit of more of a sit down lie in that thick rough and really struggled to get it out, but I still would have only have a wedge. And even if you put it in the thick stuff further back at a normal driver range or an iron range, you're not going to be able to get it to the green, but I can get it to the green from there. So this is why actually learning how to hit the golf ball far, long is very, very important. It should actually come before hitting it straight, because you can teach distance from a very young age. It's very hard to teach distance as you get older, all right? Anyway, we do start off with a par, but we are now on to the third hole down Sheerness. It's actually a very, very tough par 3, but it is playing straight down breeze today at 172. So what I'm going to do, 172, down the breeze, nice smooth 8-iron. Nice smooth 8-iron, get it all the way there, have some fun. Let's see. Sit. Oh, maybe get up, maybe get up. It's pitched right in the heart of the green and it's stopped dead. But very nice, good controlled 8. Actually, come closer. I'm actually starting to strike my golf clubs relatively well. I've been doing Instagram lives where I've just been on the range hitting golf balls. So if you want to check out my Instagram and all of my socials, check out that and you can come watch me practice. We just chat, we hit golf balls, and I actually get better, or I think I get better. So make sure you come check, all right? Boys, girls, golfers of the world, do you struggle with hay fever? Because I do. And look, it makes my eyes hurt. And tablets don't do anything for me. Although you can get an injection to stop hay fever. Do any of you have that? If you do, let me know in the comment section down below. Is it any good? Does it work? My partner has it. She says it works, but she still has to take Piriton or something like that as well. So does it work? But I need it. Look at my eyes. Here we go, team. We've only gone and done it. Look, I think my ball must have pitched square into the upslope of the green, but I think if it didn't, it may not have held. So we'll take that. We'll take that. A pretty long putt for birdie up a 2-tiered green. So this putt is mainly about pace. I'm not really looking to hold this putt. It would be nice, but this is just about taking a 2-putt and getting off the hole. So we're just going to roll it up there, and here we go. It's a good roll. Oh, I've actually left it a tiny bit short, but actually a very good putt. Oh yeah, and before you lot start laughing, yes, I've got my legs out today. I know they look like out of bounds posts, but yes, I've got shorts on. And guess what? I wore shorts for one day, right, at golf, and I got bit and my leg's already swollen. I'll show you that after I hold this par putt. So we've got about an 8 to 10 footer, maybe an 8 footer left for par. Just gonna try and roll this one in. Gotta be a bit careful, it's downwind, down breeze, pretty pacey. But that's a beautiful roll. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You saw that putt, right? What a good putt. I actually tried to miss a little bit, but we did hole it, so very happy. Anyway, let me show you my knee real quick. Look at that prize bit of meat. That is my knee. It shouldn't be that swollen, but it is. This is my other knee. Not as swollen. Swollen, not swollen. Disney? Hey. Anyway, on to the 4th hole now at Sheerness. Now this is where driving it long and being in control of your driver makes a huge difference. This is where you really can overpower the golf course. So as most of you know that have watched my videos on this channel, the 4th hole at Sheerness has a ditch that runs through the middle, right? Now this ditch is pretty hard to get over if you're a short hitter or if you can't push the ball out there. But it gives you a big advantage if you can hit it over. So let's see if we can do it. And I've hit it so good. Oh, it's so good. I had to watch it down because it is into the wind slightly today as well. Now, this gives anyone a huge advantage on the golf course. We all know drive for show, putt for dough. But guess what? I guarantee you that if you had a lot more wedges into the greens than 7-iron, 6-iron, 5-irons, you would have a lot more chances to be good at putting. You'd have a lot more chances to make birdies. So you'd have a lot more chance to show off how good you are at putting. Am I correct? I know I'm correct. So a prime example of where driving distance overpowering the golf course comes into play. Right now on this hole, this is where most people would lay their ball up to. This is around about a 200, maybe a little bit less than a 200 yard shot off the tee. but most people would carry it to the ditch or roll it into the ditch, which means they'd have to drop, then they'd have to play free. So what you're looking at from this area here is about a 210, a 220 yard shot, which is no good for anyone, because we know, especially on links golf courses, how hard it is to hit greens from over the 200 yard mark, don't we? But guess what? If you can pump it out there, you don't have that problem. Let me show you what the shot looks like from here, then let me show you what it looks like from my ball. So this is the shot, 210 yards roughly. Look how far I have to go into a breeze and to stop it on that green. And here we have my ball. It's not in the best of lies, but look at the difference in shot. I've got roughly inside 150. But inside 150, I'm on the short stuff and I'm relatively close to the green. So I can knock in a little 8, I can knock in a little 9. I can basically do what I want. Can you see the difference? From back there, you're going to be going in with a rescue, a 3 iron, something like that. I'm going in with 9 or 8 iron here. This is why driving can change the game for everyone. So let's hopefully I don't hit a bad shot now and you know, put it nowhere near where I need to be. But we've done the hard part. All right, so now I'm just going to take a little 7 iron here, going to knock it down and keep it under the wind, I hope. It's straight down it. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, that's unreal. That's actually unreal. What a great golf shot. These range sessions. So I'm going to be honest. With that drive there is always a risk that it doesn't pan out the way you want it to, and you hit a bad one and you just don't get over, or you do get over and you're in the rough. Now, if you do get it over and you're in the rough, you're still not in the worst position. Yes, the rough is quite thick at the moment, but you're over, you've only got a short club left in, because if you've got enough power to get it over that, especially into the wind, you've got enough power to get a club to the back of the ball and get it close enough to the green for a chip and a putt. You know, which you would be looking at if you laid up off the tee anyway. So there is always risk and reward, but in my eyes, the reward always outweighs the risk on this hole, because I know there's a par 5 coming next, so if I do make a bogey, there's a good chance of me getting it back. But the chances of making birdie on this hole are very slim for everyone in the field, unless you take it over. And if you take it over and you make birdie here, you pick up 2-3 shots on most people. So there you go, risk and reward. But look at this shot. We've absolutely hit a quality golf shot in there. We've left ourselves a tricky putt, but still a putt. We do have a birdie putt. This putt is quite across the slope. It's actually a very tricky putt. I feel like I'm going to struggle with this putt, but we're going to go with it anyway. Okay, left side, here we go. Come on. Oh, I was robbed. I was robbed. Oh, God. Ay, ay, ay. But again, nonetheless, we've turned one of the hardest holes on the golf course. That's right, the stroke index on this hole is very, very high, low, high. So we've turned one of the hardest holes on the golf course into a very easy hole. And let me tell you, when you're playing 18 holes of golf, you do not want 18 stressful holes. You want as many easy holes as possible. And that is a drive. All right, there's a bit of pressure on the drive, but a drive over, an iron on, and a pretty easy 2-putt. You can't really ask for much more. But again, easy pars. Another par to add to the collection of 3 pars already. Let's get on to the final hole and show you another good reason why this driver and overpowering the golf course is so important. So, par 5 fifth, we all know it's a very birdieable hole. And why is driver so important on this hole? Why do you think, everyone? In the comment section, let me know why you think, and I'll tell you after I hit this shot. Oh my Lord, I am absolutely mullering it. I think I've just turned this par 5 into a par 4. So what were your answers then, everyone? What did you put? Let me tell you why, okay? So, par 5. Most people of average distance don't get on par 5s in 2 unless they are down breeze. Okay? Like, is that common? Pretty common. So here's where my advantage comes in and why, again, driving is so key. There are 2 ditches on this hole. One of them is the cross ditch that we just played over on the 4th. There is a second one that runs the whole way up the right-hand side. And let me tell you something, if you hit it long enough, the ditch goes outwards and the fairway gets wider. So again, I don't have to look at this hole and think about the trouble, because there is no trouble for me in the distance I'm hitting it at the moment. Now this video may actually sound like I'm bragging, but I'm not. I'm just trying to explain to you of why people like Bryson Dechambeau, people like that, Dustin Johnson, Rory Mcilroy, all the people in the top 10 of the world probably are in the top 10 driving distance on the tour throughout the year, because they get to sculpt the golf course and make the golf course suit them by how far they hit it. And that's what I've done here. I've taken all the trouble out of play. I've made the fairway wider for myself, which people don't get the option to do. Now, when we get down there, I will tell you the second part of why hitting the driver so long is so important. I don't know if you can see this, but these are the ditches. Look, they run all the way up here, and it makes the fairway so wide if you can get to this area, which not a lot of people can. So we've arrived at my golf ball here, centre of the fairway. What is that? That's the 150 marker. That means I've got less than 150 into a par 5, a hole that's meant to get you on the green in 3. So I have actually gained a shot on the golf course here through hitting it so long, basically, because now I can easily get it to that green. It's just about hitting a good shot. Again, I've made the golf course easy for myself, which some people don't have the advantage of doing. So let's see if we can actually take advantage this time. I'm going to be completely honest here. I've actually put myself in a bit of a situation because it's actually a bit too close to this green today. Little knockdown shot. Yeah, centre of the green. As easy as that. No stress. I'm just chill. It's easy. Again, what else helps me out as well with the distance thing is if you can see where the flags are on the green, you can also sometimes make it so you have a better shot into the flag because of how far you can hit it. Like right here, I knew the flag was on the left-hand side of the green. I saw it when I played the 3rd, so I already knew, you know, always taking note of what's happening on the golf course. But I also meant hitting it up here, up the right-hand side as long as possible, meant the closer I got it to the green, the more the green opened up, the more the flag was not tucked so far left. Do you get what I'm saying? So again, look, we're just walking up to the green. Yes, the iron shot was nothing special, but the flag was tucked so close to the left, it's not worth ever going for that flag. So, centre of the green, leave myself a good chance at eagle and birdie. So a pretty standard putt here. It's going to go left to right, I think. So we're going to give it a good run at that, okay? Nothing special. Oh, if I'd hit it. Oh, again, eagle putt. Didn't give it a go, but this is what golf is about. Look how easy this is. Make sure I hold it now, eh? 2-putt birdie. 2-putt birdie. 2-putt birdie. It just makes golf so simple if you can overpower the golf course, which you can do. You don't have to be Bryson Dechambeau, you don't have to be Dustin Johnson. Just doing a little bit of speed training and actually getting your driver in a position where you hit it 10 or 20 yards further makes big differences. Huge differences actually. So there you have it everyone. Hopefully you have enjoyed that video. We finished 1 under for our overpowering the golf course. I'm going to sneeze. Hay fever. Ah! We did finish 1 under for our challenge, so hopefully you have all enjoyed it and hopefully I've shared some knowledge. It seems that you guys like the knowledge videos on this channel, so I'm going to try and share as much of my knowledge as I have, and hopefully it helps you lot improve your game. As for now though, I'm going to need to go take some hay fever tablets, wash my face because I am a mess. But this video just shows you how important driving really is. Yes, drive for show, putt for dough, but let me tell you something. If you can drive the ball and be a top 10 driver of the golf ball down your golf club, down anywhere, you put yourself in such a better advantage to shoot the low scores. Like, you might not be the person that shoots 1 under all the time. You might be the person that goes 7 under, 2 over. But let me tell you something. I'd rather be the person that goes 7 under, 2 over than 1 under, 1 under, 2 over. Trust me, driving is key. But anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, turn that notification bell on, and make sure to follow all my socials. I have been doing Instagram lives for range sessions. So if you follow me on Instagram and turn my notification on there as well, when we go live and we hit the range, you guys can see what I practice. Anyway, thank you all for sticking around. Hopefully you've enjoyed your weekend. And as always, stay chopping.